Success isn't random. It follows a code. Welcome to the Conant Code, where we break down the strategies, challenge the myths, and uncover the truth in 5 minutes or less. Now, let's crack the code.
July 4th, fireworks explode, flags wave across the country, hot dogs masquerade as patriotism on a bun. And somewhere, a politician kisses a baby like it's allergic to sincerity. But here's the thing. This day wasn't meant to be about sparklers and bear koozies. It was quite literally a breakup. And not your average, it's not you, it's me either. This was equivalent to ghosting a king via parchment. A few colonies got together and basically said, we're out. And by the way, here's a detailed list on why you suck. The dusty piece of paper we now call the Declaration of Independence. It wasn't scribbled over a long weekend with coffee and a democracy-scented candles. No, it was hammered out under real heat, political, personal, and literal. The summer in Philadelphia was no joke. They were pissed, fed up, over it. They weren't safe. They weren't unified. They weren't even sure if it was going to work. But still, they signed. Not with certainty, not with protection, but with guts. Because somewhere in the mess of arguments, egos, and ink-stained fingers was one shared belief. Freedom was worth the chaos. Now let's pause and zoom in for a second. Fast forward nearly 2.5 centuries. We're not running from the redcoats anymore. We're just running, full speed, at each other. Left, right, blue feeds, red hats, comment sections where it looks like digital bar fights. We've managed to turn the most radical experiment in liberty into a never-ending Twitter thread fueled with rage and algorithm juice. And while we bicker online like it's sport, something weird is happening. We've got people parading around with flags from countries where you would literally vanish if you said the wrong thing. They shout freedom under the banners that ban free speech, block the press, and throw shade at religion or demand just one flavor of it. Over there, you post the wrong thing and your phone goes dead. Permanently. Here, well, you get followers and maybe a brand deal. It's bizarre. But that's the strange beauty of America. You could hate it out loud. You could roast it in memes. You could demand it be better while you're still being a part of it. That's not weakness. That's the design. Still, let's not kid ourselves. We splintered, tribal, suspicious of each other. Everyone's sure they're right. I'm not going to sit here and claim that a little podcast or a post is going to fix everything. It won't. It shouldn't have to. But maybe, just maybe, it could nudge a few thoughts loose. See, folks who signed the Declaration, they weren't some hive-minded powder-wig besties. Jefferson and Adams, they were constantly at each other's throats. Franklin, as charming as he was outside stirring the pot the whole time. They didn't agree on much, but they were aligned on one thing, and this is what mattered. The idea of building something together, even if it was messy. They picked risk over routine, principles over personal comfort, a shot at liberty over a guarantee of loyalty, and they all signed it anyway. It's wild to think that they had less certainty than we do and more courage. So this July 4th, while the grill sizzles and somebody inevitably overcooks the burgers, ask yourself something real. If you were standing in the back of that room in 1776, would you have signed, or would you have waited to see which way the wind blew? Because there's always two types of people, the ones who build and the ones who comment, citizens or spectators. It's your call. And that, my friends, is the Conant Code.
That's it for this episode of the Conant Code. If you got something out of it, share it with a friend, follow the show, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. More insights, more strategies, and more code breaking coming soon. Until next time, keep thinking, keep building, and keep pushing forward.